Hey, what is up, mortals? It is Trina Do Heart here with a new video for you. In this video, we'll dive into the masters and servants of the 5th Holy Grail War in Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel anime. I just wanted to greet you guys by saying, just sit back and relax, you're in for a treat. So, let's get started. The events of the 5th Holy Grail War are different in each version. The first version is Fate Stay Night, which focuses on Emiya Shiro and his servant Saber. The second is Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, or UBW for short. UBW focused not just on Shiro and Saber, but Rin Tosaka and her servant Archer. The final version is Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel. Heaven's Feel is the most different and focuses on Shiro and Sakura, the Master of Rider. In each version, the masters and servants are slightly different because each version focuses on another aspect of the characters and story. Today we'll be looking at the masters and servants of the Fate Stay Night Heaven Feels anime's adaptation. In Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel, the masters are Shiroi Emiya, Rin Tosaka, Shinji Mato, Sakura Mato, Ilia von Iceburn, Kirei Kotomine, Soichiro Kuzuki, Medea, and Zoken Mato. The Fate Stay Night Heaven Feel servants are Artoria Pendragon, Shiroi Emiya, Medusa, Hercules, Ku Chulain, Gilgamesh, Medea, Sasaki Kojiro, and Hasen of the Cursed Arm. Shiroi Emiya was a survivor of the disaster of Kiritsugu at the end of the 4th Holy Grail War 10 years prior. Shiro was adopted and taught about Magnus, mana, and gained his ideals of being a hero. Shiro would unknowingly stumble upon the Holy Grail War and accidentally summon Saber to his side. Saber would be loyal to Shiro and attempt to defend him against many foes in the war. Shiro would also try to protect Saber in many instances due to his ideals. In Fate Stay Night Heaven Feels, they would be master and servant for only a short time. The Fate Stay Night Heaven Feels route focuses more on Shiro and Sakura, so Shiro's relationship with Saber takes a back seat. This version of Shiro's powers is to copy weapons and slightly strengthen objects at first. He would later gain the arm of his future self, the heroic spirit Emiya Shiro. With the arm, he could copy and use heroic spirit levels of weaponry. Saber's abilities are the same in each adaptation. She can mask her sword with air/use that air to attack and use Excalibur's mana conversion ability. She also has Excalibur's sheath named Avalon that is stored in Shiro, allowing him to heal from severe damage. Due to Shiro's low mana, Saber is limited in what she can do when she is his servant. During the story's events, Saber is consumed by the Grail mud while fighting Hassan of the Cursed Arm. Saber would then be turned into her alter form and become a servant of Sakura Mato. Some feats she accomplished in the Heaven's Feel version of the 5th War are defeating Rider while she was under Shinji's control, defeating Berserker, and fighting Shiro and Rider. Shiro, during the war, does a lot of fighting. He would fight and kill Berserker and Saber with Rider's help and kill Kirei in the final confrontation. Rin Tosaka was the daughter of Tokiyomi Tosaka and the apprentice of Kirei Kotomine after her father died. Her servant in the 5th Holy Grail War was Archer. Archer is a fascinating character because he is a future heroic spirit of Shiroi Emiya. Rin and Shiro work together during the Fate Stay Night Heaven Feels version. Rin is part of planning what the group would do and explaining the world to Shiro. The abilities of Rin are different enhancement magecrafts and her family magecraft. Her family focused their magecraft on jewels being able to store energy in them and use them as catalyst. During Heaven Feel, she possesses a sword named Jeweled Sword Zeldretch. Rin would use this fight to fight against Sakura and her shadow monsters. Archer's abilities consist of Shiroi's ability to copy but on a grander scale, possessing multiple noble phantasm weapons. He also has a reality marble named Unlimited Blade Works. He also possesses superhuman abilities, as all servants do. Unfortunately, the feats they accomplish in this route are not very plentiful. Though Archer stood against many servants, Archer would give his life protecting Shiroi and Rin and give his arm to Shiro. Shinji Matoi is the heir to the Mato family, and his adoptive sister is Sakura. In the Fate Stay Night Heaven Feels version, Shinji is only initially known as Rider's master. It is later revealed that Sakura is the true master of Rider in the 5th Holy Grail War. Shinji had no ability for mana or magecraft, and he only had the knowledge. He would meet his end by Sakura's hand, setting her on a dark path. Shinji was responsible for committing horrible actions against Sakura, making her very conservative with her feelings. Rider is Medusa from the Greek legends. Rider possesses many abilities. She has the magic eyes of petrification that absorb the mana of those in her view while turning them to stone. She is also very adept at stealth. She, as a rider, also has access to cavalry, in her case being a Pegasus. Shinji is not able to give Rider his mana, similar to Shiro. So Shinji decided he would get mana from others and attempt to drain them. Shiro and Saber would stop and confront them, leading to Saber defeating Rider. After, Shinji would not do much but be a horrible brother to Sakura before he is killed. Ilia von Einsburg is a homunculus sibling to Shiroi Emiya and is the Holy Grail War representative for the Einsburg family. Ilia herself is the container for the Holy Grail, or she is supposed to be. When a servant is defeated, it is supposed to go to her, and once 6 have been defeated, she becomes the Holy Grail. Thanks to Zoken interfering, Sakura became a vessel for the Grail. Ilia was the master berserker during the war. Berserker during the 5th Holy Grail War was Hercules. Ilia herself is powerful, having binding mystic eyes that can cripple the target with eye contact. She also has a lot of mana. Hercules has a lot of strength and has 12 lives because of his 12 labors. Therefore, Hercules must be killed 12 times to die. Berserker in this route is taken out and absorbed by the Grail Mud like Saber and uses a servant to Sakura. Hercules has his trusty weapon that can cleave through his opponents along his extra lives, making him a challenging foe to defeat. Ilia and Berserker don't do many things in the war. At one point, they severely injured Shiro. Unfortunately, Berserker was overtaken by Sakura and would meet his end when Shiro, using his newly acquired arm, killed Berserker. Ilia afterwards went with Shiro, but would sacrifice herself in the end to prevent Shiroi and everyone else's destruction. Kirei Kotomine is the only master to have been in both the 4th and 5th Holy Grail War. Kirei Kotomine technically had 2 servants in this war. One was Gilgamesh, his servant from the last war, who could stay in the world due to the disaster covering him in Grail mud 10 years prior. Gilgamesh had the gates of Babylon, allowing him to use the arsenal of weaponry he gathered in life to fight. Gilgamesh would meet his end early on, being killed by Sakura. His other servant, Lancer, was obtained by killing the original master of Lancer and taking him as his servant. However, only Lancer relied on Kirei's mana. Lancer was the Irish hero Kuchulanen. He possessed the ability to use runes and had a noble phantasm known as Gabolg. Lancer would also meet his end early on, being killed when he fought the true assassin and then consumed by Sakura. Kirei was trained in the art of assassinations and magecraft by the church and his former master Tokiyami Tosaka. After losing his servants, Kirei would tell Shiro he was the master of Lancer and that he would help him. Kirei would try to protect Ilia from True Assassin and other servants. Kirei would be defeated but appear again in the final confrontation to stop Shiroi from destroying Angra Mainyu. Kirei was obsessed with others' suffering and Kirei's past relationship with Shiro's adopted father. Kirei decided he would have Shiro suffer too. Shiro would kill Kirei, sacrificing his body to do so. This video is sponsored by Adobe. Adobe is redefining the digital experience through game-changing innovations that shape the next generation of storytelling. Adobe makes it easy to create, edit, and share digital documents securely, allowing you to collaborate and communicate across devices. Adobe Photoshop is your go-to application for faster graphics, editing, and digital art as a whole. At We the Celestials, all our thumbnails across every channel are created with Adobe Photoshop. Adobe Premiere Pro is a timeline-based and non-linear video editing software application that is very versatile and easy for beginning and master editors. Finally, Adobe After Effects is the industry standard tool for digital visual effects, motion graphics, and compositing applications used in post-production. Many of our voice actors, audio editors, and video editors use Premiere Pro and After Effects to produce these high-quality videos. Click the link in the description to start creating now, and thank you to Adobe for sponsoring this video. Now that we've covered half of the Masters and Servants of the Heaven Fields version of the 5th Holy Grail War, let's continue with the rest of the Masters and Servants. Soichiro Kuzuki is the Master of Caster during the war, but isn't seen much in this version of the war. Soichiro is killed by a true assassin early in the story. Caster's true identity is Medea, a princess from Greek mythology. Medea is a heroic spirit, but she also had a servant. Her servant was Sasaki Kojiro, the legendary swordsman. Sasaki was an assassin-class servant. However, he was more of a fake servant because of his strange summoning circumstances. In this version, Sasaki would be killed by Sakura and used by Zoken to summon True Assassin. After Sasaki and her master Soichiro were killed, Medea would be killed by True Assassin, and Zoken would use her body. Saber would later destroy the walking corpse of Caster. Zoken is the undead grandfather of Shinji and Sakura. He was the one who orchestrated Sakura becoming a vessel for the Holy Grail. He was also responsible for manipulating Shinji into mistreating her, pushing Sakura over the edge. Zoken is the master of True Assassin. True Assassin is the actual assassin summoned for the war instead of the fake Sasaki. True Assassin was Hassan of the Cursed Arm. Hassan's abilities include Zabania, protection from wind, and other stealth-based skills. He heavily focuses on using dirks to attack from afar. Zabania allows Hassan to create a copy of the heart of his target that is connected to the original. He can then crush it, destroying the heart of his prey. He uses this ability to kill Lancer early in the war. Protection from wind is pretty self-explanatory. Hassan can use this charm to protect himself from air-based attacks like Saber's invisible air. Hassan is responsible for killing Caster, her master Kuzuki, and Lancer. He is also responsible for helping the Shadow take Saber and Berserker. Throughout the war, Hassan was also involved in hunting Ilia. Hassan would meet his end after being defeated by Ryder and Zoken, dying on the final day of the war. Zoken himself would meet his end when Ilia sacrificed herself at the end of the story. Sakura in Heaven's Feel was a core character. Sakura is the main love interest to Shiro and is responsible for the conflict. Sakura would be responsible for killing Gilgamesh, Sasaki, and Shinji. She would also corrupt and make Saber and Berserker her servants. Most of these actions were done when Sakura was unconscious. Later, she would embrace her darker side. Sakura herself was the master Rider in Nuso. She would order Rider to protect Shiro in the war. Rider in the 5th Holy Grail War was Medusa. Medusa possesses many abilities, but her most well-known are her eyes of petrification, which drains someone of mana while turning them to stone. Rider would help defeat Saber, True Assassin, and protect Shiro from many attacks. Rider is the only heroic spirit to survive the war. She actually lives past the war too, due to Sakura's mana. Fate's Day Night Heaven Feels has an entirely different feel compared to the other routes. These differences are from the story taking a completely new route. Characters who are given no time are now given plenty of screen time. Characters like Rider and Sakura can shine in this new light. It also offers unique experiences and challenges to the characters. The Masters and Servants of the Heaven's Feel route have some of the most exciting encounters. Some of the strongest characters, Saber and Berserker, are taken control of by the antagonists. Another factor was Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh, a common enemy of the main characters, is taken out quickly to make room for these changes. Each character's arcs in the fantastic story makes Heaven Feels worth a watch. Thank you all for indulging yourselves in all this information thus far. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, there are a few more things that I'd like to go over before the video ends. Firstly, if you're in the mood for some great storytelling, We the Celestials has got you covered. Our We the Celestials My Hero Academia and Naruto What If channels retell the story of their namesake anime with a twist. Check it out if you're interested. Secondly, on behalf of We the Celestials, I'd like to thank everyone involved in the production of today's awesome content. Their details can be found in the description below. Lastly, if you're interested in what we do here at We the Celestials, then I'd like to extend you an invitation to join the team. The only caveat being that we only accept members from 16 years and up to join our crew. You can sign up for whichever category fulfills your interest by joining the recruitment Discord using the link in the description below. We're always looking for members to join us. And if you want more content from me, check out my socials at Trina Do Heart, and you can find me on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, and more. Well, that's it from us for today's video, so thank you all for watching and have a great day.